Massively dry finish, actually.
That one has.
Massively dry finish.
Yeah. So we're drinking Rascals Brewing Company Wunderbar IPA, which is a 6% bold Irish beer in a can. And this is the Irish Beer Report, where each month we're going to be chatting about the latest Irish craft beers. We've teamed up with the guys from Ireland Craft Beers to bring you reviews, and you can find out more about what Ireland Craft Beers are about at irelandcraftbeers.com. So we've got 2 beers to do tonight from Rascals. We are, as we just said, in the middle of enjoying Wunderbar.
I like the way you chose to read out the names this time, but left me reading them out last time.
Oh, these are easy.
When they're in bloody Gaelic. So thanks for that, Steve.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
You can do Wunderbar, can you?
I can do it's Wunder, isn't it? Isn't the W pronounced as a V? Even I know that much.
Yeah.
So,
cheers, pal.
Anytime. So this is a German IPA, which has been brewed with German hops, Mandarina Bavaria and Hallertau Blanc, which should be giving us some mandarin, grapefruit, citrus aromas. It's also brewed with Irish ale and Munich malt to give the beer a bright golden colour.
I'd say it's very much got that sort of West Coast IPA type of colour.
West Coasty colour, isn't it? Yeah.
The flavour, say the characteristic, you said dry straight away.
It's incredibly dry. It's almost like someone has shoved a sponge into my mouth. And every drop of moisture has been sucked out of it.
Yeah, very unusual for that kind of style for me anyway, but it does that.
Yeah.
The actual, it's quite hard to get at the flavours.
Because of the dryness?
Yeah, I think so. It's almost like I'm getting the flavour as well as the moisture's been taken out straight away. But, having said that, feels quite drinkable.
It feels very drinkable for 6% IPA. As I say, it's... This has come to us in a can from the guys at Rascals via the guys at Ireland Craft Beer. So as we say, Rascals is an independently owned brewery by a couple, Emma Devlin and Cathal O'Donoghue, whose craft beer obsession began in 2009 while they were living in New Zealand. That progressed to home brewing, and one thing moved to another. When they moved back to Ireland, they won a couple of brewing competitions. And then thought, what the hell, let's throw our life savings into a 950 litre brewery that's based in Rathcoole, County Dublin. So they are proud to create bold Irish beer, which is a bit of a tagline of theirs. It's on all their branding, it's on the website, and they're slightly off-centred as well. So they like to brew popular beer styles, but with a Rascals twist.
Well, a German IPA is a bit of a twist.
I've never come across a German IPA.
No, I mean I've been to Germany quite a few times, and I've drunk lots of German beer.
Yeah,
and I haven't had. When the couple of places I had IPAs made in Germany, they have been trying to recreate the popular East and West Coast of America styles. I haven't known someone to try and do an IPA with a German twist.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there is anyone else out there who's done it, but it's definitely one of the first for me.
It's certainly an interesting style.
Yeah.
I've got to say that you are getting some of those tropical flavours that you get from, as you know, we both said West Coast IPA straight away when we saw it. But there's still that just underlying dryness in that beer.
I'm convinced the dryness is the dryness is taking the flavour as well as the moisture out though.
Yeah.
I don't get perhaps enough time for the moisture and the flavours to actually settle long enough for me to actually produce enough and say, oh, there's this lovely tropical finish I'm getting, you know, your pineapples, your mangoes, that kind of thing, because it's been sucked out.
by the dryness. So they do have a range of seasonal and special brews as well, and both the beers that we're trying this evening, I believe, are seasonals. So the Wunderbar IPA being brewed now with the hops that are available. And the beer that we're going to be trying in a minute, the Mint Choc Stout.
We're still doing that one then?
We are still doing it. I see we're both taking our time finishing the Wunderbar. But you've got some bits there on some of the other beers that they do as well.
I mean, they've got what you would consider a popular kind of core range. I mean, they've got Big Hop Red, which, you know, the red coloured ales are very popular in Ireland. You know, most smaller independent brewers as well as the big brewers. You know, Smithwick's Red Ale was everywhere.
Yeah.
And one of my mates had actually asked the barman what the red ale was, and the guy managed to say Smithwick's Red Ale in 3 different ways.
Okay.
Ale, red, and Smithwick's.
It's interesting though, because I know Wayne at the Irish Beer Snob has a number of times he refers to the holy trinity of beers that Irish breweries seem as though they have to produce, which is a stout, a red ale, and a pale ale. That they seem to be in everybody's core range, and many times I've heard Wayne say, "I just want to see an Irish brewery do something that's not one of those 3 styles."
And I'd agree, but if that's what sells and that's what you've been programmed to see over the years through the generations, then I think it's hard especially for an upstart, not to put it on the bar. So yeah, they've got the big hop red. It comes in at 5%. Session pale ale 4.1%. They've also got a Yankee White IPA, which comes in at 5%. It was originally part of their World Hop Series. And Speciality Porter, it's a ginger one. Yeah. It was a prize of winning a homebrew competition. It's a winter-spring seasonal beer, so for around about half the year that one's available. And then they have some of their specials: Holy Schmidt Pale Ale, and the Chocolate Ginger Porter, which is described as rich, zingy, and smooth. So it seems like it's not a bad range for a fairly young brewery.
Yeah, what was it? 2013. So they're only 3 years old now.
Yeah, canning already.
So already in cans, and the cans look they're very much standout cans as well. So the Wunderbar's in this lovely bright lime green label, and the beer that we are about to try, the 801, is in being a mint choc stout. It's in a black and green can, which is the sort of colours that you tend to associate with
After 8
mints. Absolutely, yeah. So we are both a little bit apprehensive about this. I mean, I've had mint chocolate stouts before, and for me it's not a combination that necessarily works in beer.
I was trying to, when I saw what we'd been saying, I was wondering whether I've had it before. I like mint chocolate. I haven't got the biggest sweet tooth, but I can go through a packet of mint matchmakers and After 8 mints, and chocolate mint ice cream is my favourite.
Yeah,
I'm just not ready. I'm not sure if I'm ready for this.
Okay, well let's hesitate or procrastinate
no
more, and let's give this one a go. I'm only getting a hint of mint on that. Just getting that kind of, that kind of warming blast that you get when you have a mint that goes through your system. There's hardly any on the nose. It's just there at the back of the drink for me.
Yeah, it's almost a bit more mentful than mint for me, but
there's mint, there's chocolate.
I'm feeling that however they achieved the mint side of it, that's one.
Okay, well I can tell you that. I can tell you how they've achieved that.
Oh, we did some research.
We actually did some research. Yes. So it was they used caramel brown, pale oats, special bee biscuit, and chocolate malts. So that's quite a combination of malts they used in the beer. Cocoa powder was added in the kettle, and it was finished with lactose, peppermint leaves, and cacao nibs to give a smooth chocolate with fresh mint finish. So actual peppermint leaves in the finish on the beer. It's interesting. Like I said, I've had some mint choc stouts before, and I don't know about you, but the last thing I want to do after having a mint or a chewing gum or brushing my teeth
is have anything at all other than water.
Is to drink anything with any flavour in
Yeah.
it, because it just doesn't work. So I struggle when breweries use mint in a beer, because I just don't see where it fits. I mean, as a Christmas seasonal, it's the best thing to see a beer that hasn't just had a load of Christmas flavoured spices thrown at it.
Agreed.
And branded as a Christmas ale.
Yep.
I love the fact that they've gone for a mint choc stout. They've called it 801, so it is after 8, and they've branded it in that, the black and green, and it's there, and I love that concept of
yes.
it. I'm just not sure. For me, the flavours just aren't working.
I'll be honest. I don't think. I think, to be honest, I assume they've probably achieved exactly what they set out to achieve. Just doesn't work for me.
No, I think they have. In terms of, if somebody was to say to you, "Is that a mint choc stout?" Absolutely, yes, it is. I would suggest that people give it a go if they see it.
Yeah.
Don't avoid it based on what
we're saying, no, because we're very much in that.
Yeah.
The mint doesn't work for us, but we've had the chili stouts before and chili porters, and we've enjoyed those.
Yeah.
You know, at various bottle shares and tastings. Yeah. When you get that slight tingle at the back end of it. This one, I think the mint is too up front.
Yeah, it's just there enough, isn't it?
On the nose, it's there too much for me.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, like I said, for me, it's just the mint is too much front and centre.
Yeah. Well, in terms of getting hold of these beers in the UK right now, the Wunderbar is available through Beers of Europe. So you can look them up and you can order that. And I believe the 801 will be available in the UK very soon. I think we've been very lucky to get sent this. These beers have come to us straight from Ireland. So.
Yeah, I mean the 801. I did have a quick look on Untapped earlier, and there's only been 3 check-in. So
yeah.
This is a new beer.
Yeah.
So we're very lucky to get the chance to try it. And so if this is your thing, you want something a bit different, as Steve said, someone hasn't just picked out all the spices from the back of the cupboard from the last 5 years and chucked it in and said, "Here's your seasonal Christmas beer." They have done something different. It just doesn't work for me.
Yeah, if you want a Christmas beer that's different, try this. Maybe pair it with After 8 Mints. That's never going to work. Don't ruin
the After 8 Mints.
No, it's never going to work. But 2 actually really interesting beers as well.
It's a shame that I didn't see these guys when I was in Dublin. But I mean, I guess next year, repaying a visit to Dublin, it's another one to look out for.
Absolutely, yeah. Add them to your list. And if you want to know more information about Rascals, you can find them on rascalsbrewing.com. So we'll be back soon with another Irish beer report.
Cheers.